gonna wait a little bit. I'm just gonna wait a little bit. All right. All right. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Pink Melanin Survivors. I am your host and the creator of Pink Melanin Survivors, Irene Smith. And guess what? Today's topic is my surgery got canceled, y'all. My surgery got canceled and I was a little disappointed. I have been building myself up to get this surgery done. I have been, mentally preparing, trying to physically prepare myself to get my left implant removed. And I got a call literally saying like the day before that they could not perform the surgery because there was a mix-up between my primary and my secondary insurance. And I think that's what really just kind of got to me, because I'm like, we had 2 months to work this out. You guys couldn't have told me this 2 months ago. My surgery was scheduled December 23rd, 2021. And we're just now figuring out that there was a mix-up, or one of my insurances was dropped, or what have you, because I surely didn't know. Everything was still a go. And for me on my end, I didn't receive any notifications about, any changes to my insurance. So it's like, when you schedule these appointments, do you not automatically check and see how the medical team is going to be paid? Like, that was kind of not disturbing to me, but it just kind of baffled me, because now I'm sitting here like, people requested days off, using their vacation time or their sick time, whatever time that they have, their paid time off, to take me to and from the hospital from surgery. And you call me the day of to let me know that it was canceled because there was just whatever was going on with my insurance that could have been handled weeks or months prior. And that kind of ticked me off. So excuse me for looking rough today. I have just been, sitting around. I just not too long got in the house, but I wanted to update everyone on what's going on, because, I've been doing the TikTok dance countdown and having fun so that I can, now I got to figure something else out, because let me tell y'all, I literally danced until my body was hurting. So every TikTok that you see, I was suffering. I was doing this for you guys. I was doing it for me too. But every TikTok that you see of me counting down until the surgery that was supposed to happen today, I was feeling it. After every dance, I was feeling it. I was just, as you guys can see, I'm really I look rough today. I was just tired. I even went into work. I was just like, what's the point of being off? Take back them vacation days that I had. Take back that sick time that I had, accrued and saved up. You guys might as well just see. I'm an infant teacher, so it also kind of disappointed me, because I sent there was a mass email saying that I was going to be gone. 2, I'm saying goodbyes to everyone, and then boom, it's canceled. Families are giving me gifts and all of that, and I appreciate it, but I felt bad because I'm like, they spent their money giving me a gift and making sure that I was okay. And here I am back at work. I mean, thank God I was like trying to hurry up and tell them like, hey, my surgery got canceled. It's going to be rescheduled. So, you know, I have some amazing families, like awesome families and parents, and they understood completely. Some of them were doctors and they were telling me what I should do come Monday morning, you know, and I was just like, okay, I'll do that. Um, and that's what I plan on doing because I didn't hear anything from my insurance company or my plastic surgery team. But you know, it just kind of disappointed me to know, or you know, upset me to know that I'm not blaming anyone, but at the same time, I'm more like, why wasn't all this handled January? We had all of January, the beginning of February to figure out if everything was cool with the insurance. I'm sorry, I don't keep up. I mean, I keep up with that, but I didn't get anything. I didn't receive any phone calls. So, in my eyes, I'm picking up prescriptions as regular, you know, as normal. To me, my insurance is working. You know, I'm paying for, you know, appointments and doctor's appointments. I would not have thought that my insurance was not going to cover my surgery. And it would have, but my primary and my secondary insurance, there was a mix up and they were trying to figure out which one was the primary insurance. I called these people, but my plastic surgeon, his office tried to call my insurance, and they tried to get everything expedited for everything to be a go for today, and they took forever. They took too long. Like they had from yesterday, when I received the news, they had all yesterday morning, and they were supposed to have everything in by 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. To have everything done. But my insurance, like on their end, they just took forever. So here we are, no surgery, and that's what I wanted to update everyone with, is that my surgery got canceled. And I apologize, but you know, I'm a little disappointed because I really want to get this chapter and I really want to get this part of my life completed and done. Like, it took me a while to build up the courage to say, okay, I want to get my left implant removed just for everything to be canceled. Like, that's very disappointing. And I mean, I was mentally preparing for this. I physically prepared for this. I've been preparing everything in the house for this. And I will say there's a reason for everything. There is a reason for everything. Maybe it just wasn't that time for me to get my surgery, but it was still kind of disheartening and disappointing. But other than that, now I have to figure out another way to do my TikTok dance, like my TikTok or my surgery countdown, because dancing is definitely out of the question every day. When I tell you guys, I was hurting. I was hurting. I was like, man, I was just on a whole nother freaking level of pain after every dance that I did. I mean, I was hurting. That's all I'm going to say, is that I was hurting. There's really nothing else I can say because, man, that was painful. Dancing every day. I was dancing every day, counting down every day until it was supposed to be today. It was supposed to be today. Man. Anyway, so maybe you guys can give me some ideas, you know, like what are some ideas that I can do as a countdown? I would say cook something, but my kids don't eat food fast enough for me. Like, I don't know how to cook for just 4 people. I don't know how to do that. When I cook, When I make dinner or when I cook, I'm cooking for a family of 10 or for like a party, like, because that's how I buy my groceries in bulk, because I grew up in a big family. Like, I grew up, in a big house with my aunts and my uncles and my cousins, my mom, all of us were all there with my grandparents. So I don't know how to cook for just 4 people. And that's us. Like, I don't know how to just cook for us. I only know how to cook for a big family. And that's how I do my grocery shopping. I buy in bulk and I cook in bulk. One of the reasons why also is because in the past 8 years since I've been going through this breast cancer journey, I would cook so that I didn't have to cook in the days coming, because I did not know how my body was going to be. I didn't know what, I didn't know how my body was going to be, the next day. I didn't know what the medications were going to do to me and the side effects. I just didn't know. So not only did I cook for a family of 10 to 20 people, I was also making stretch pots, because I just wanted to make sure my children were fed and didn't have to fend, for food, or mommy, I'm hungry, and I just wasn't up to cooking, so dealing with stuff like that was a lot. That was a lot to really do. But I don't know how to cook for just 4 people. I really do not. Like, that is hard to know you have this and just cook for, there you go. Here's your food. And now I got to figure out what to cook for the next day. That's just how I am. Some people like it, some people don't. But I just don't know. So, like I said, sometimes my body will not allow me to do things too many times. I'm going to tell you, I pushed myself dancing, y'all. I pushed myself dancing, but that's okay, because I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the content that I put out there, and I really hope everyone else did too. But I suffered from that. I suffered from it. Like, that hurt. My knees hurt. My back hurt. Everything hurt. And man, it just this whole situation, I'm really just kind of not speechless, but I don't know. I just have no words. So, but anyway, like I said, everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. So, whatever that reason may be, I'm going to stay grateful, stay appreciative. God's timing is always on time. And if today was not my time to get my surgery, I appreciate that. I appreciate that delay, and hopefully in the weeks to come, I can get this breast surgery and get this implant removed. But until then, I'm working. I will continue to make content. I feel as though I do owe you guys one more dance to complete the week. I mean, I was dancing for 2 whole weeks, and today's Friday. So now I just feel like, hello, how are you? Now I just feel like I owe you guys one more dance, like, even though I'm not getting surgery, but I just feel like, oh God, what's wrong with my hair? Who's that? And so yeah, I just feel as though I could do one more dance. Yeah. That's how I feel. Maybe I'll just give everybody one more dance. I feel like that's what I owe you guys. So I don't know. I'm just very, very, disappointed. I'm very disappointed, but I want to take it in stride. This is part of the journey. This is part of the journey. That's how I feel. Like, this is part of the journey, and I'm going to just go with the flow. I'm just going to go with the flow. So anyway, for those of you that are just joining, my breast surgery was canceled, and I just wanted to update everyone. And that's what I wanted to let everyone know. It was canceled, but that's okay. So I'm glad I was able to get back on, because this was the weekend that I was not coming on for the fact that I was having surgery today, but it did not happen. And it is what it is. It is what it is. And that's the end of that. So, you guys, I swear, I'm exhausted. I'm mentally exhausted. I'm physically exhausted. I mean, like, I thought I was ready to take my 6 to 8 week break from work. I thought that was happening, because sometimes you just need a break. And I really thought, like, okay, I'll be able to have a break. I'll be able to recover from this surgery. And it just did not happen at all. It just did not happen at all. But that's okay. That is okay. So, things happen. And, and life goes on. And that's what we're going to keep doing. So again, you guys, I truly, truly, truly appreciate you guys, sticking with me, supporting with me, watching and liking my videos and the content that I put out there, the words of encouragement. I really, truly appreciate all of the support that each and every one of you has given me, because it really does, it's inspiring, it helps, and it keeps me motivated. It keeps me it keeps me wanting to do what I want to do. And that's getting the word out there for women of color, especially Black women, to get those mammograms, and to make sure that we are preventing breast cancer, because breast cancer is high in African American women, so those self-exams, continue to do those self-exams and get them out, feel for those lumps, continue to, make sure you're getting screened, and, just protect yourself. That's what I want to keep putting out there. I want us to get, I want us to protect ourselves. We deserve to live a long life, and having something like breast cancer shorten that life along with other factors is just not the way to go. It's just not the way to go, especially if you could prevent it. And we really, really need to get out there and get those mammograms and get the word out there. And like I said, I really do appreciate everybody's support, because being another voice and being another advocate out here for women of color, especially Black women, that's what I'm here to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Especially, I want to be able to reach someone through my experience, through my story, through my journey. And I really do hope that my journey and my story is inspiring someone and helping someone get through get through this journey, because having cancer period is not for the weak, man. I'm telling you, you have to have a strong mind. You've got to have a strong spirit. You have to stay positive. It's work. And not everybody has the strength to deal with it mentally or physically. Thank God I'm just one of those people that is like, I'm not letting nothing get me down. I am not letting anyone, get me down. I'm going to keep pushing and pushing and pushing until the man above or the man upstairs tell me my journey is over. You know what I'm saying? So that's why that's what I'm doing. I'm out here just trying to tell my story, hoping that it inspires another, hoping that, it encourages everyone or someone get their mammogram. So, I was about to put you on, but I don't know. I do want to put this out here, you guys. I'm all about positivity. That's what my Pink Melanin Survivors is about. It's about inspiring, educating, being positive. I'm that type of person. Hello, how are you? So when people request to come to join my live, I always put out there, if you're going to request to join my live, make sure you're on some positive vibes type time because you will get blocked. But honestly, I try to keep this at 30 minutes. I really do try to keep it at 30 minutes, and we have 5 minutes left. So I really still have a lot of things that, oh, oh, well, thank you. Okay. I wanted to make sure because, you get a lot of people on here and they're just on another tight time. And that's just not, that's just not me. I like to be positive. I truly appreciate you though. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, you guys, having breast cancer it's mentally, physically exhausting and emotionally as well. And you just have to be strong for that. So again, I just want to say I truly appreciate each and every one of you who have supported again, and watched my journey so far, listened to my journey, liked, commented, and viewed my videos. I mean, I'm just some regular Joe out here, but I really do want to get my story out there, and I try to be as relatable as possible, as real as possible, because not everybody gets to see that. I want to let people know, like, if anyone has been following me, I'm an 8-year breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed at 32 years old, December 26, 2013. I was in, I didn't know. The only reason why I figured it out that there was something wrong because I did my own self-examination and felt a little teeny bump like right behind my nipple. And I didn't pay it any mind. And this is where, the screenings come in and stuff, but I didn't pay it any mind. And I let it go until it grew a little bit bigger to like a pea size. And then, again, I went to my doctor by this time because it grew and I got scared. I got the mammograms done and everything was fine that time. But in November, that's when everything just kind of, you know, showed itself. So I woke up in the middle of the night, sharp pain, swollen breast. It was red. It was painful. I was rushed to the emergency room and the doctor there sent me to our cancer center. He referred me to my cancer center. And that's, that whole process, everything you do to figure out what's going on with you, the whole biopsy and everything, that entire process, boom, I have stage 2 breast cancer. 32 years old. We're getting younger and younger, diagnosed at young ages. Like, it's getting younger and younger. I have an 18-year-old daughter about to be 19. She has to now get screened every so many years because I had breast cancer. I don't want her to find out like I found out because I wasn't educated enough. Because I didn't know. I knew about the self-examinations, but at a certain age, you're not thinking about that, especially in your teens or your early 20s, that you can get breast cancer. But now there are statistics saying that African American women or women in general are being diagnosed with breast cancer younger and younger and younger. I remember being in the treatment room and there was a young woman who was about every bit of 19, 20 years old, the same age as my daughter, going through it, and she had breast cancer. So it's sad, that like I said, we need more platforms out here to educate women of color, especially African American women, about getting your mammograms, getting your colonoscopies, because I'm a Crohn's patient as well. And you got to get those colonoscopies. I was diagnosed at 12 years old. What 12-year-old do you know is worried about, getting a colonoscopy or checking their colon or whatever? All I know is I had a cheeseburger one day at school and I was down for the count, end up in the emergency room. That's how I relate that how I got diagnosed was because of a cheeseburger at school. But I know that's not how that happened. But it just happened so I was the only random person in my family that happened to get diagnosed with Crohn's, that had bowel issues. And it was very rare back in the 90s for African Americans to be diagnosed. According to my doctors, I quote, this was a disease that was mainly saw or commonly saw in the Caucasian, in Caucasians, male Caucasians at that. So me being an African American young woman or young girl being diagnosed with Crohn's disease was baffling to the doctors. Number one, my body would not respond to any of the medications until this day. Any medications that I'm put on, my body does not respond to medications or biologics. Like I automatically have allergic reactions and anaphylactic reactions. I mean, like, it gets crazy. My body just will not take any type of medications. I was allergic to a few chemotherapy medications. So, we just have to be mindful and just continue to take care of ourselves by getting screened. Get screened for everything. Get screened with your eyes. Get screened, just get screened. Get your mammograms, get your colonoscopies, get your eye exams, get your ear, get it all done. The earlier the better, because you can prevent and you can save your own life, by doing this as early as possible. I say 30 years old because that's when we kind of, we're no longer in our 20s, So I am getting better. I mean, I always say that I am better. I always try to speak positivity in my life. So I always say that I am better, that I am cured, that I am healthy, because I'm a very strong and firm believer, mind over matter. So I always say, if I'm thinking that I am and I behave, or I act better, I will get better. There was plenty of times I was hospitalized in excruciating pain, and the nurses would see me get up. I would make my own bed. Like, I would tell the nurses in the hospital, could you please bring me my bed sheets? I would do everything that I would do home. I would get up in the morning. I would get in the shower, if I was allowed to get in the shower, depending, because there were times where I was a fall risk hazard, depending, And so if I was allowed to get up and get out of the hospital bed, I would go to the bathroom, take a shower, and no, it's not. Who is this? A shower. I would take a shower. I would get in the. These people are just so rude, I swear. Yeah, you need to go. Anyway, I'm sorry, guys, because this is why I do not. This is exactly why I do not do live feeds or anything like that. So anyway, it's too dark. So anyway, like I was saying, I would be in the hospital, and I would get bed sheets. I would get, I would take my showers. I would do all of this on my own. Like, I would literally do all of this on my own. And so when it came to, I lost my train of thought because I tell you, negativity just not going to let it distract me. So anyway, that's what I would do. I would speak positivity in my life. I would tell the nurses, I need my bed sheets. I need to take a shower. I would put my makeup on. And they will sit there and they'll look at me like, Irene, are you okay? Like, you're putting your makeup on and everything. And I'm like, well, I've always believed that, you know, if you think positive and you look better, you feel better. And most of the time I did. A lot of the time I did. Even if I was in excruciating pain, even if I was just like, you know, like I just I always made sure I was fresh, I was clean, I had my makeup on. You know, I would just make sure I get dressed because if I knew I was going to be in the hospital for a week, and sometimes, you know, I would be in the hospital for 2 weeks. I would be in there for 2 weeks, y'all. So 2 weeks, I had my family come. Can you bring my pajamas up? I don't want to wear this gown anymore. Can you bring my pajamas up here? They would do that, and I would just chill. I did everything I was supposed to do. The only time that I would bother the nurses is if once I would get in pain. If I was starting to get in pain, I just needed the pain medication. I needed my regular medication, you know, like Tylenol or whatever they would give me, doctor's orders. Other than that, I'm going to tell you guys, I did not bother those nurses. Half of them would just say, I forgot you were here. Oh my gosh. You know, like, Miss Irene, you don't want this? Or I'll be, can I get an ice cream? Because let me tell you guys something. The hospital ice cream is on point, especially the vanilla one. High Point ice cream. I swear. You mix that with some saltine crackers. Oh, I'm sorry. But no, like, but that's how I am. That's how I would make friends with my roommates. You know, I would try to help especially if I had elderly roommates. If I had elderly roommates, I would try to help them out. I would try to, you know, talk with them. If they couldn't call the nurse, or I would go out there, call the nurse. I just knew if I was able, I'm not going to be a bother. I know the nurses would tell me I was never a bother, but I didn't want to be a bother. I always felt as though sometimes my situation is a burden on people. As even to the nurses. I know they're there to help me, but I've always felt as if my situation was a bother. I always felt that I was being a burden or a nuisance to the medical staff. You know, you get what I'm saying? While I'm there, because in my mind, there's someone worse off in that hospital than me, and why cater to me when you could help someone else? So I'm not going to call you unless I need to. You get what I'm saying? So like, or if they do call me, or if they do ask me, hey, is there anything that you need? Or I would tell them like, hey, you don't mind getting me like a whole stack of crackers, or maybe like 2 ice creams and a couple water ices and a crap load of juices, you know, just to get me through until the next meal came around. Because you know you only eat 3 times a day in the hospital. And I like to eat, so that's a struggle. I need some snacks. Y'all need to do something. But yeah, so, or even when the meals came, I would always order a double of whatever the meal was. Especially like if I had a meal, then I would order a sandwich, a regular sandwich. That way, after my meal, I'd have the sandwich just sitting next to me so that when I got hungry again, because a lot of times they put me on prednisone and I'm hungry now. So I'm hungry because you're pumping me with all this medication that's going to cause me to be hungry. I need food. I can't eat just once or 3 times a day. You get what I'm saying? So I would just do that. But anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm rambling now, guys. So I'm going to get off. But again, surgery was canceled. It will be rescheduled. And now I am just going to figure out what my next countdown to surgery is going to be. I don't know if I should bake something every day and just take it to work and have everybody eat that, or if I should do like, I don't know. You guys give me some ideas. Like, what should I do now for my next countdown to surgery? Because now that mine was canceled yesterday, I don't want to dance again, because you know how hard it is trying to find dances, especially trending dances, and especially like, and trying to do these dances. I'm sorry. I got 40-year-old knees, you guys. I have 40-year-old knees. They don't work the way they're supposed to work anymore. So yeah, I'm sitting over here like I need some new ideas of what I can do to count down to until the next surgery. So I'll figure it out. I don't know. We'll figure this out. Until then, though, you guys, keep liking, sharing, commenting. Pink Melanin Survivors. You can catch Pink Melanin Survivors every Friday night Eastern time. Every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time on TikTok. Every Saturday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time on Instagram. And you can catch Pink Melanin Survivors every Sunday afternoon. Every Sunday afternoon at 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. I try to keep my Sundays to me, so I don't want to be on all night long and then I have to go to work too. So that's why I made Facebook more of a afternoon podcast or episode, or live. So that's what I'm doing. Again, like I said, you guys, please share, please like, continue to follow my journey if you want to. If you know anyone who is going through breast cancer, please share with them, my story. It's very important that they get out there and get those mammograms, and especially if you have a history of breast cancer in your family. So if you want to, if you would like for me to, to share your story, please don't hesitate to contact me. You can inbox me, message me on all 3 social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, or you can email me at pinkmelaninsurvivors@gmail.com. I am always available. I am always willing to share your story, your testimony, or just to chat, Again, if you ever want to go live with me or, join the live, you have to be on a positive type of vibe, because I am not with the negativity. You will get blocked. I'm all about positivity, all about good vibes. I am all about happiness, good feelings. Like, nobody has time for the negativity. Nobody has time for the foolishness. I'm definitely not like that. No, life is too short and you just might get cussed out. And that's just that. And I try to keep it professional, but it is what it is. Sometimes it's a little hard, but again, you guys, I'm past my 30 minutes, but I truly do appreciate you guys for liking and watching and tuning in for this, to this live. And I will catch you guys next Friday. Until then, peace, love, and blessings. Have a great night. Bye-bye.